If you've ever wanted to take antique lacquered furniture from this to clean, usable, and modern, stick around to find out how. First things first, always remove the hardware. You don't want these to get in your way, and you don't want to get lacquer all over them. Next up, take some lacquer thinner and scrub down the entire piece with a red Brillo pad. The lacquer thinner will clean the wood and remove the old finish. Make sure you take your time to get as much finish off as possible. It's going to save you a lot of time sanding later on. If the piece has doors, go ahead and remove those as well. This will make them much easier to spray and sand. Keep scrubbing with that lacquer thinner, making sure you get it in all the nooks and crannies. Now sand everything down. I'm using 180 grit 3M extract sandpaper, but you should be fine with anything from 150 to 220. It could just be something from your local hardware store. You don't have to get anything fancy. This drawer bottom really needs to go. There's a lot of water damage and it's starting to fall apart. A lot of the older pieces like this will just have a nail holding it in place. Just pull that out, wiggle the board free. Don't throw it away though, you'll need it later to save time on measurements. In this case, I'm replacing it with 5mm oak plywood. Just lay the old piece on top and trace the outline. Easy peasy. This piece also needs to go. Again, don't trash it, trace it. I'm using my Festool track saw to make the cuts, but a table saw or a standard circular saw will do just fine. You can even use a handsaw if you wanted to. I'm using Czar oil-based stain, but whatever you have near you will work just fine. For this job, I'm matching the original stain, but do whatever you like. I prefer oil-based gel stains for antiques because they're easy to apply and it kind of gives it an antique look. Once everything is dry, you can go ahead and assemble anything you want to have in place before spraying. Keep the doors off though. Again, it's going to be a lot easier to spray this way. This is just a dry fit to make sure everything still functions since I made some modifications. For my first coat of clear, I'm using Sherwood low VOC sanding sealer. This stuff dries incredibly fast and helps me build up my coating thickness before putting on my final coat. Make sure you do this outside if you don't have a professional spray booth. I do, and I'm still spraying outside since I'm working with a flammable coating. Once everything is sprayed and dry, go back over it with a very fine sanding sponge. This will sand out minor imperfections and give you a very smooth surface for your top coat to lay down on. For my top coat, I'm using Sherwood High Build in the dull sheen, and that helps it maintain that antique look we've been going for. You can use that same sanding sponge to polish the highlights on the hardware. This works particularly well on brass. This is the final product. It's clean, maintains the antique look. It also has a smooth and durable top coat. Let me know what you guys would do different in the comments, and feel free to ask questions. I'll reply to them promptly. If you found this video helpful, it'd mean a lot if you gave me a follow. Thanks for watching.